You're listening to the Superpower Podcast, Superpower Kids Edition, where author, philanthropist, and Superpower Kids founder Neva Lee Recla inspires kids to discover their superpowers and change the world.
Hi everyone, this is your Superpower Kid, Neva Lee Recla, and I'm so excited for today's interview. We are talking about changing the world through art. I love art. It is so amazing. My sister is an amazing artist, and she's inspired me to express my emotions through art. And if I don't know how to express an emotion, I'll go paint a picture and write an inspirational quote. And so I think that artists really do have the chance to change the world because I can't imagine the world without art. It adds that pop of color and the emotions that we all can relate to. And our guest today is Aubrey Foster, and she knows exactly what that's like because she is an artist. We met at CEO Space, and from a young age, she has loved art. She's 19 now, and she has illustrated 2 children's books, and she's awesome. So without further ado, will you help me give our amazing guest a warm welcome? Welcome, Aubrey.
Hey, Neva.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. So, what are your superpowers?
I say my greatest superpower is my creativity. Being able to put things on a blank piece of paper, if you will, right? Like, they just come up with things. It is amazing. I can just make so many things that words couldn't say.
Yeah, that's really cool. Because with art and drawing, you have to have that creativity in your mind, or else it's just gonna come out as a weird squiggle.
Even the weirdest little squiggle could be something amazing.
Exactly. So what inspired you to do art?
Well, I've been drawing since about 9 years old. At the time, I would see other things that like art, like from like Disney, some manga like Pokemon, video games, and I thought it was really cool. My mom's an artist, so inspiration there. And I really liked stories, and being able to come up with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried being a writer first, but I found that being able to convey words on a page was really difficult for me. So I ended up turning to art, and I have been doing it ever since.
That's really cool. So,
Yes.
How do you use your art? I mentioned in the bio that you've illustrated children's books. How else do you use it?
How else do I use it? Well, I've done. Can you clarify, just so I answer this right?
Basically, how do you use it in your business, in your life, things like that?
Well, we've been working on using it to draw for clients. As you mentioned, I have illustrated 2. I'm actually working on the second one. First one for Rick Vicato and Philip Arbach, their Dancin' Pancakes children's book. And I'm working on another for a man named Joseph McIntyre called Mr. Amgawa's Pumpkin Tree. So that's the kind of work I'm doing now. I also do been doing some small projects in like character design. I actually did one of my first projects was actually doing a character personalization for David Gruder. Yeah.
That's really cool. And David Gruder and Philip Arbach actually go to CEO Space.
Yes, they do. Actually, that's where I met them.
Yep. So most of the people we're going to be talking about in this interview, probably from CEO Space. So what do you like to draw? Do you like to draw people?
I love drawing characters. It's one of my favorite things. Most of my stuff is like sketches of characters. And I also like to challenge myself a bit. So I'll draw things like settings and challenge myself. I actually, the other day, I experimented with shading. So, yeah.
That's cool. So you said you started at the age of 9?
7 or 9, whichever. Even earlier than that, but that was about the time that I really started.
What did you like to draw back then?
Again, actually, characters and in environments. It was like very fun. They were still very character based. So,
That's cool.
So character design is my greatest.
That's cool. Do you like to base it off of people who already exist or come up with new characters?
In a way, both actually, because obviously you need somewhere to draw from. So, but most of the time is like I pretty much like pull things straight out of my brain from my memories, and I'll often not like realize if something looked like something else till I see that thing again. I'm like, oh, hello.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's where I got that from.
So with the characters, is it mostly people or animals?
Mostly people, but I have done animals as well.
That's cool.
It depends on what I'm really doing. So if I'm doing something, say, based off, if I made entire characters based off of plants, I would do so.
That's cool.
The plants. So, but mostly I like to draw people. Yes, people.
So I've seen some of your artwork, and it's really amazing. What would you say to our guests if they maybe wanted to start drawing? And what would be your tips to like how to start drawing and all that?
Well, I would say just you can pick up a piece of paper and take a pencil and just draw like whatever. You just from like either drawing from life or drawing whatever, like scribbling on or doodling on a page. That's a place to start. Drawing from life. Maybe going up on YouTube and looking up like how like drawing fundamentals. Mm-hmm. That's something I used a lot when I was looking to improve myself. You just like you just at it. It is a really learned thing. You get better. Yeah,
that's cool. So I would love to keep talking about this more, but we actually have to take a quick break. Can you tell our audience where they can go to find out more about you?
Well, they can go to find out more about me at aubreymorgan.art. That will take you, currently it takes you to my my parents' website TAF Graphics, which is my parents' company, and I work there. So it will take you to the page where you can see some of my art.
That's awesome. And
that's also where you can look to what's the word? Where you can find me, because yeah.
Awesome. Definitely go check out her website because she is awesome. So we've been talking with Aubrey Foster about changing the world through art. We'll be right back.
Are you here to change the world? Do you talk about things like vibration, frequency, awakening, and consciousness? Are you pretty sure you have superpowers? The Superpower Net is unlike normal coaching programs and conscious communities. We provide training, intuitive guidance, peer-to-peer learning, intensive one-on-one coaching, and a high vibrational network of people just like you. When you join the net, you get 24/7 access to a collaborative group of people who support you as you master your personal power and unlock your superpowers. If you're ready to use your superpowers to change the world, then join the Superpower Net today. Visit superpowerexperts.com/thenet to learn more.
Okay, we're back and we've been talking with Aubrey Foster about changing the world through art. So we actually get to do funny FaceTime. So we get to make our funniest faces in 3 seconds. Are you ready?
All ready?
3, 2, 1.
Wait.
What is that?
I don't know. Hello, officer.
That's awesome.
Or we can make more ridiculous faces.
That is one of my favorite parts about the interviews, funny FaceTime. So, I'm curious, what were you like as a kid, like before art came into your life?
Oh, well, that's a complicated kid. When I was little, I was actually much more extroverted, I'd say, compared to my more introvertedness now. I actually had a condition called central auditory processing disorder that made it hard for me to express myself in words. I have often a hard time understanding things. And I guess that's what helped me make my art so great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very visual learner, so my art really developed from that. Mm-hmm. And it was the best way I could express myself when words just wouldn't come to me.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
And that's what art is really good for, because you don't have to use words for it. All you need is creativity, and you can do amazing things. So, something I like to do on the show is called Super Neva Questions. And basically, I'm going to try to ask you questions as fast as I can, and you're going to answer them as fast as you can.
Oh, gosh.
You ready?
Hopefully.
Okay. First question. What is your favorite color?
Ooh, purple. I love purple.
What is your favorite animal?
Ooh, that is a hard one. Oh my gosh. I'll just pick one. I'll say I'm going to say magpie, ravens. Basically those type of birds, the corvidae.
That's
class
cool.
of birds.
That's really cool. So, if you could be a fairy or an elf, which would you choose?
I'm already an elf. I mean, literally.
That's awesome. If you could have the power of strength or flight, which would you choose?
Ooh. Strength would be helpful.
If you could have any pet in the entire world, which would you choose?
Ooh. I probably have a cat.
Nice.
Temperament. My brother loves cats.
If you could have a pet unicorn or a pet dragon, which would you choose?
Let's have a dragon. I'm also partial to lizards. Lizards are awesome.
Yeah, lizards are pretty awesome. If you had only two choices to live the rest of your life, which were living in a really deep pool with marshmallows inside of it instead of water, they're really big, or a hot tub full of hot fudge, and it's like a regular hot tub size.
Ooh, if I could, okay, the fudge.
Nice. If you could teleport anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Ooh, if I could teleport anywhere in the world, well, I'd probably teleport to... Ooh. I would... I'd love to teleport to Great Britain.
Oh,
It'd be nice to visit places like Scotland and Ireland.
that's cool. If you had the choice to live outside and like in a giant tree house, and there's like no Wi-Fi and you're just with nature, or be inside with like all the electronics, but you can like never go outside.
Oh boy. Well, that's kind of a hard choice because I do love outside, but given my tendencies to kind of need Wi-Fi, technically I'll choose inside. I very rarely go outside anyways, which is something I need to work on.
See, I would choose the treehouse, but then I would like get a solar panel, and then I would like make my own Wi-Fi somehow, and then I could have electronics outside.
That's a good loophole actually. We get Wi-Fi.
Would you rather have a pet dragon, but it could never fly, or a pet unicorn that couldn't use its horn?
Maybe the pet dragon again.
Yeah, I would still go with the dragon.
Yeah, because I don't need to fly. I'm scared of heights.
Because like the dragon is still big, so it could do more than the unicorn could, I think. So,
Though on the plus side, if you were to have a pet unicorn that could use the horn, at least it couldn't hurt you with it, which is
exactly. That's a good thing. But the dragon can still use its flaming fire breath, so.
good for bonfires.
Yep.
Roasting marshmallows.
If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One meal for the rest of my life. I'd say that is difficult. There are a lot of choices there. I'd say one meal. Chicken and broccoli.
What's a good meal?
It's very good. It's like, and rice along with it. Rice, chicken, broccoli. Very basic, but that is amazing. It's like
Ooh. You're making me hungry because that sounds good. If you could only eat one genre of food for the rest of your life.
Ooh. Oh, let's see. I'd probably have something along the lines of Chinese food or Thai food. Probably Chinese food.
Yeah,
I love the flavors in those types of foods.
Yeah, I agree.
Things.
Yeah. For me, it'd be either probably Chinese food, Mexican, or those would probably be my two options. Or like a giant sushi buffet.
Sushi is really good.
It is.
Basically, pretty much really flavorful.
Yeah. So that is the end of Super Neva questions, but that was really good. You gave some awesome answers. So we sadly have to start wrapping up, but can you remind our listeners one more time where they can go to find out more about you?
Well, they can go to find me at aubreymorgan.art, where it will take them to a page where they can see some of my art. Yes.
Awesome. And definitely go check out her website because she is awesome. So, Aubrey, will you join me in the sign-off?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Remember, kids, that we all have superpowers and we can change the world. Awesome. Thank you so much, Aubrey.
Thank you for having me.
So have a great rest of your day, and you are awesome.
You're awesome.
Bye.
Too.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Superpower Up Podcast, Superpower Kids Edition. Go now to superpowerkids.com and discover your superpowers today.